I'm sorry, I'm in heaven. Hi Han, welcome to BARELYMISST's channel. If you are new to my channel, I am BARELYMISST and this is a Han's channel. So if you're about to subscribe, you are very welcome to the family. To my regular Hans, hello loves, I missed you so much. Please do click the like button before we even go anywhere, because you already know we're gonna have fun, guys. I'm just like grateful and I'm happy to be here delivering what you guys have been asking for, which is a story time. My voice is so horrible. I hope you guys really don't mind it, as long as you can hear me, right guys? Yeah. Okay, so we're having cadet today. It is a paint touch, my favorite, but I think I like R&R more than this one when I'm on a budget. This doesn't. Never say I never plugged you. I mean, if you've been a regular hand on the channel, you already know what has to begin. We give Mogai a name. We will call him Oga. Let's use Slap, because they say I will slap you all the time. Okay, cool. This is how the story started. The story is more of like a warning. I'm here to tell you, Hans, be careful in the streets. Where's my phone? I'm shooting at night because I love you guys so much. Now I'm transitioning to shooting at night because I never have time during the day. It's the 1st of April and it's 20:53. So Slab, how I met him, right? So we were from a club. I was with a friend of mine from varsity. Something went down at the club. I think they shot somebody or something. There was just chaos, right? So because of the traumatization we got from the club, we're like, we're not gonna rest. We are looking for another club that's open just to ease, you know, the traumas. Cool. We left the club and I think we went to Braamfontein at Kitchener's. We get to Braamfontein and I'm gonna forget his name. Slab Oga. If I say Slab or Oga, you guys must just understand, because I feel like Oga is in my head more than Slab. So cool, we get to Kitchener's. Outside, Slab is there, right? So how we start talking to him is a matter of Kitchener's is famous for letting us in for free because it's a fucking residential area, so you can't charge entrance fee because clearly most of your customers are students, right? We get there. Apparently that day there was an event and we had to pay like I think $60. That should be about how many dollars, guys? That should be about $4, right? Okay, I ain't gonna count euros. Those of y'all that are outside, that it was 60 rands, and 60 rands was a lot for us. Like guys, the rand is always weak, so we tried to complain. There's a mosquito. I hate things flying around. We like, my girl, we not gonna pay the $60 because the $60 can actually buy us, like it can buy bread for 2 weeks. While we negotiate, Slap is at the door. He's about to walk in and he's just like, oh, I can buy for you, right? And we look at him and it's like, no offense, I really love my Nigerian brothers, but you know, especially in South Africa, there was that stereotype. Like in Joburg, most of them are known for wrong things like drugs, and obviously not all of them, no offense, but that stereotype, I was running through it. So I was like, he's Nigerian? No, because I'm scared. I'm like, if he let us in, if he pays for us, he's gonna expect to obviously party with us, or he's gonna expect that we leave with him, something like that. But my friend is like, nah, come down, man. It is what it is. Because we're at a club, we can always run away from him because Kitchener's was always packed. So I was like, okay, cool, let us in. Okay. I get in with confidence, but in my mind I remember I was like so paranoid. I was like, no, this guy has to know we're not with him. Guys, Slap is really nice. Like, he's taking his time with everything. He's not harsh, you know, he's very sweet. We all start dancing, it's all fine. He's even asking about like South Africa. He's like, no, I'm visiting, I'm leaving in like a month or so because I'm here for business, but you know, as soon as it's established, I'm gonna go back home and everything. So I'm like, oh, okay, doesn't sound bad. We dance, it's all good. At some point now we start taking shorts because, you know, we be comfortable. And because Kitchener's was next to campus, I knew literally probably 80% of the people there because they're from campus or I met them before. So it's that friendship thing, you get me? Cool. Now it's time to leave, and I tell my friend, I'm like, girl, I ain't gonna even say goodbye because I don't want to even begin to have to explain myself. We disappear. I get 3 weeks, if not 3 months later. This is us back at Kitcheners after writing exams. Getting there is Slab.
Miss Jackson.
How are you, my friend? Hi, I'm good. What's happening? You know when you see a person and you feel like you're guilty of something because you ran the last time, but this person's taking it easy. They're just like, whatever, like, let's drink again, let's do it again. So I'm like, oh, actually, we are buddies. Sharp. Take shots again. Come Jägermeister, come tequila, come when I blow jobs. I will misbehave again. You know what got me comfortable that day? The fact that he was there with the girlfriend. So we go hard, drink again, cocktails after cocktails, get drunk. It's all good, guys, right? Long story short, me and Slab end up exchanging numbers in a sentence like, you must give me your numbers when I'm always at Kitcheners, so next time when I come I should holla. But then we continue with the short situation because now we're buddies. I'm like, oh, chill. So me being me, like, I love vibing with the girls. Nina, I'm for the girls at a club. When I'm out, no matter how wrong we can be sometimes, I stand for the girls. Now what happens is I obviously get along with the girlfriend. We're all chilled, we're dancing, it's nice. So we exchange numbers as well with the girlfriend. I'm like, how? To your beautiful surprise, hun, the following day, Slab calls. It's one of those where it's like, did you arrive home safely? You know, when I really like you, but I can see that, you know, you seem like this girl that's just not interested in, you know, people like me and everything, but I'll treat you well. You know, he tries to get me into the mood, but I'm like, nah, you know, because I got my own issues. We had prolonging conversations where I'm like trying to convince him that, you know what, it would be nice to hang out because we've been having a good time. I'm like, look, we can catch up for drinks, but I need us to agree that it ends there. Like, I need you to know my boundaries, situation like that. Well, okay, obviously as Jutanam, I don't think he understood. But he spoke to me as a person that understood, and I had to take it from there, in a sense, right? Every time he tells me he's in Bram, I wouldn't go when I was alone. I would go when I was with a friend. So I probably hanged out like 2-3 times, which, now that I think about it, I think this nigga always came to Braamfontein every time he wanted to see me after he got my numbers. Now, Johan. Johan though, like, why is Johan like this? That day when I got drugged, for some funny random shit reason, the day I got drugged, Olga is speaking about having some weed, because I guess he realized I don't mind having weed when we're drinking, like once in a while. I don't know if he waited for me to be in that vulnerable state, or I was also just caught up in the friendship that never existed. But also, I wouldn't like be mad at myself because everything has been going well thus far. You get me? Like, you know, obviously I loved Habli, I loved cigars, but weed was not like in my to-do list, to be honest. Like, it's never in my to-do list. It's just nyaiwela, if that makes sense. That day he's like, no, there's a place called 420. Me and my friends are gonna check it out. Do you want to pull through? Johan being Johan, because a bitch is just, I think my friend was not available that day. I was going through what I was going through. I was like, you know what, I need to unwind. So I will go chill with them a little bit, come back. And obviously that place sounds enticing because it's like, no, they don't sell alcohol, people just smoke. It's like a smoking place. 420 my food. 420 my food, y'all. It's in SANDTON for y'all that are in Joburg. It's very enticing. They sell different kinds of weeds. I'm sure drugs are there, but I didn't see them. I don't want to lie or rather bash it. Cool, we're getting there. It's all good, man. Like, what's up, my nigga? Yo, what's up? How have you been? Now, this is what actually got me a little bit uneasy, right? He was with 2 friends and I'm here alone. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm bored, man. Where's your girlfriend? Like, call that girl from that day at least. Let us hang out together. Otherwise, I'm gonna cut this meeting short. I ain't gonna sit here and listen to y'all speak when I can't even hear what you say, right? You see how innocent that night went, nah? Nigga makes a call. He literally calls that same girl. Like, I remember her name. Let's call her Deep Down. Like, I'm literally watching the phone. Like, if this guy planned this thing, then he's powerful. Because, wow, he caught me. So he calls Dick down. What's up, Dick down? Come through, baby. We are at 420. I'm going to Tandy from that day. Do you remember Tandy? Dick down is like, yeah, I remember her, but no, I'm busy. I will let you know if I can pull through. But like, she was like, give me like an hour, let me decide, because she was also hanging out with friends. So it sounded genuine, right? Sure. I relax a bit as well. I'm like, oh, hopefully Dick down can come through in an hour. But because I'm that girl, you know what I do? I chill a little bit. I'm like, I want to see if there's a puff and pass situation before I smoke. And I want to see this round going at least 20 times amongst them and watch their behavior before I smoke. That's what I did. Because when we were buying, I was at the counter, right? I'm watching how they prepare this thing. It's like pure weed, bro. Like, they roll it, do the things, give you, like, I'm looking at everyone, they look okay, cool. I know I'm not a weed person, but the fact that I'm aware that I'm not a weed person, that's why I waited to see how much of percentages are contained in that weed. I obviously keep saying, nah, I'll pass, I'll tell you when I'm ready to smoke, right? So they smoke amongst each other and the conversation is cool. So an hour later, honestly, so now I'm like, because we're not drinking, a bitch is just drinking some virgin cocktail situation, and I'm like, maybe I should have alcohol, you know what I mean? I kept asking them, and they were like, no, we'll move. We booked like some place where we'll meet up with more friends. I remember even saying, I hope there's more girls. They were like, chill, we organized it well, our friends are gonna pull through with their girls and we're gonna be cool. I'm like, alright, sure. You know, they were dog people, man. We were vibing, we were great. I guess that hour or two later, that joint, like, have you ever had a stoodler joint? Like, it was so big, they smoked like just one joint. So they kept having it, put it aside, have it, put it aside. And I'm just watching and analyzing. So when we were almost about to leave, I'm like, let me have a puff. Because in my mind, I'm like, let me just have a little bit of a high nyana, because I'm not drinking. Like, I was bored at that point.
How come do we hear of this?
Cool. They're also like, nah, it's fine. Actually, let's move so at least we can have alcohol where we're going. Because we don't want you bored. I'm like, shut my nigga. Pass the joint. And it was like almost finishing. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Because they're okay, let me have that last. Little did your hand know. I swear to God, I probably had 2 puffs. Like, it was pass. And that was it for me.
You will end up in McDonald's.
What sort of stupid joint was that? You know, now that I'm telling you guys the story, I'm assuming the high was not from the joint alone. It was probably from the food. Because I learned after that people eat weed. Oh, my God. My God. I hope it was the food. Because if it was that one joint, then I'm very weak.
Okay.
Like, I think I'm more sad of being weak now than these guys dragging me. Okay, you guys comment down below. Let me know. Do the eatables, is it edibles or eatables? Do the edibles kick in like after an hour or 2? Or they are also quick depending, like, let me know if you know them. Because I do want to try them, but since that year, it's probably been 5 or 6 years since I got drugged, and I never want edibles when my friends have it. Because, like, nizoshona. I was driving in my car. A bitch is trying to be protective, can't know the edibles are protecting her. I'm like, nah, I'll drive by myself, it's okay. Because in my mind, I'm like, if I see that they're entering a place I don't like, I'm gonna shoot straight and go back to race, right? They're like, all right, follow us then. They get in one car, I follow. I know, I'm checking, like, as we leave, I see that, oh no, it's Bryanston, it's SANDTON, we, going to the right areas. I'm like, okay, cool, we're safe. Let me tell you, probably 100 meters away from where they booked, where we were gonna chill. When they off-rammed, just when they off-rammed, did I not start seeing things? This wine is good though. They off-rammed and I saw 5 cars literally getting into that off-ramp. And in my mind, I'm like, how are 5 cars able to drive at the same time and off-ramping on a fucking 1 lane? I'm like, it's not possible. I'm like, Tandy, calm down. It's not possible. You are seeing things. I'm like, God, take care of this. I continue. I flashed them at first, but they slow down instead of stopping. So they slow down, we keep going. Second of ramp, which is like now very close to the place where they booked. Turn. Alright guys. Edible said stop, you aren't going nowhere. Your legs are stiff, your mind is in heaven, your heart is beating so fast like you just seen a ghost from the dead. Alright guys, I hit the dead brake. Stopped. I flashed them. In the flashing, and I'm stopping the car, and I'm seeing people walking around. It's probably like 11 p.m. at night, right? I'm like, there's no way there's so many people walking on the streets. Like, I'm being possessed or something. Where am I hitting a dead brake? In the middle of the road. How many cars are passing? Hundreds and hundreds of cars. It's a busy road. I remember one guy that was driving a Merc, like one of these old beautiful Mags. Like I'm into like vintage cars, so when I saw it I was like, this is a nice car. I don't know, like it woke me up a little bit. I was like, oh, there's a nice car coming. Like I saw it from a turn, like it was a curve situation, and then you turn from a mirror. I can't move. Now I'm waiting for the cars to come hit me because I was just like, it's over and done with me. I just sat there and I was like, let's see which one hits me. Life should never be like that. So I guess they see that I'm not following them. I'm suddenly disappearing. They don't know where I'm at. I see them reversing. They come back. They find me literally stiff, stuck in the middle of the road. What's wrong? What's wrong, my friend? Why aren't you following? Slab. For God's sake, I flashed you the first time. You didn't stop. I tried to flash you now. Again, you don't stop. Now I start panicking even further. I'm like, what are you guys trying to do to me? Because I'm alone and I'm a girl, you're trying to do... Oh, I started saying things to them, which I believe is what calmed them down if they were ever planning to do shit to me. In my dizziness, I was like, if you guys are trying to rape me, if you guys are trying to like kill me and take my parts, God will see you, you know. I said shit. Slab was like, no, please relax, we ain't trying to do shit to you, you know, we cool, like I can't do that to you. It's just obviously the weed you had a puff of, maybe it's not treating you well. And he was like, okay, sit on the side, let me drive, we're almost there, you will see that everything is genuine. How do I fucking calm down when there's birds in my head? Like, what the fuck? I try my best, guys, I swear. I was like, okay, give me water. He gives me water, I drink. We drive, we get to the place, we park. Really, it looks like an apartment place where there's a lot of people. I could see, but I'm seeing it again in like some ashes. Like it's like, okay, I can see, but what the fuck? Nah, honey. I couldn't relax still. Thank God for my strong consciousness. I take my phone in the middle of everything. I remember texting my friend. I was like, girl, I don't feel safe. This is my address, and if anything hits the fan, just know your hand was here. I don't know if I sent her the number of the guy. I just sent shit and I was like, just know I'm not safe, and that's it. I sent my sister at home. I don't know who else. I think it was about a good 5 people. Like, that's how unsafe I felt. I got off the car. I literally stood on the side. I was like, if you guys are trying to do anything, good luck. Now, the highlights of that day. This is what happens. So, in the middle of Slab trying to calm me down, like, dude, relax, you know. He's like, his girlfriend, which is who we're expecting, he's like, no, even my girlfriend is coming. Like, she just texted me. He shows me the SMS, which I ain't even about to believe it was a true SMS. They probably constructed it. But yeah, he shows me SMS. He's like, yeah, no, my girlfriend is also on her way. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just calm down. I'm drinking water at that time, né? I called my roomie. I was like, dude, I'm not feeling safe. Are you home? I think I'm gonna Uber back. I'm gonna leave my car. Don't be surprised. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. Just like come meet me at the gate. I'll tell you I'm gonna Uber. She was so amazing. She was the one that was like, listen, just leave everything, drop everything. Rather lose the car than yourself. So Uber. That's the person that saved my life, or rather saved the moment. I don't know what was gonna happen, because you know what's funny, I even got into the house to check if the apartment is like a genuine apartment, like was it booked, everything. But you know, when you're checking, instead of seeing the bookings, you are seeing like, okay, stripper 3 bought for 5,000, and you know you don't have that 5,000 in your account, but you're like, I think this is a stripper form. I was seeing things like it was crazy. I remember peeing, even peed. I was like, no, can't be okay. So I get out, I'm like, Slab, I'm gonna bounce, honey, because this thing is not coming down, and I've been drinking water and you guys are fine. It makes no sense to me. Call the Uber comes. I tell the Uber driver, I'm like, Uber driver, these guys, I know them from a club, I hanged out with them now and then, but I'm saying names, I have a feeling something was done to me. And Uber driver's just like, get the hell out of here. Shit happens with these guys. I always transport people that are like that, and you know, you would know a person for a year and this person would do this to you. So just bounce. I was like, Uber driver, let's get the hell out of here. Let me tell you, hun, I left my car. I left the key because I was like, no, in case they have to move the car because they had booked today. That's how crazy and stupid it was. I was like crying and dying at that point. Like I was sobbing. I was like, no, okay, you guys are not taking care of me. Because at some point they started laughing. Like every time I complained and I said, I'm seeing cows moving and cows jumping on my head, they were laughing at me.
That will hurt you.
So I went home. My roomie was outside waiting for me. I get in, I tell her, Bella, girl, I don't understand what's happening, but I will explain properly in the morning. It was probably like 1 at that point, 1 a.m. Woke up dizzy as a fuck. What time is it? 4 p.m. I wake up, I realize, okay, cool, I'm still high. This one is good though. I love you so much, Cadet. Anyway, when I woke up, guys, I'm still high, trying to figure out if I should call these guys, and if I fetch the car, will I be able to drive, you know? So fortunately for us and unfortunately for them, I called and they told me they left the car key with the security. Then I asked them, I think that's when shit hit the fan for me to think actually they were probably trying to do bad things to me. Because when I asked them for the location, they went MIA. Like no one sent the location, no one was answering my calls after that. Luckily, because I had sent locations to people, I had to follow that location, and that's how I got my car. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. Keep safe, social distance from strangers. If you check Twitter, like I keep seeing these stories, and there's a lot of guys that actually say, oh, Mogel is dramatic, 1, 2, 3. I've seen it all. Niggas do shit to girls. I'm not bashing y'all. I'm not saying all of y'all are like that, but I know a lot of niggas like go an extra mile when they're trying to get shit from you. Or if wabadima, right? If you don't give them what they want, they do shit to get you. This is how I'm gonna end my story. Babugele Makaya, thank you so much for tuning in. This is BARELYMISST. Please do subscribe if you haven't. I thank you so much if you have subscribed already, and those that have the notifications on. Whoo, honeys, I want to give you the world. If you also haven't liked the video, please make sure you do that. Click that like button. I will definitely see you on my next video. I don't know what it would be. I actually had to give you guys a story time because a lot of people were complaining that I want to post a vlog and they want a story time. So I'll see you on the next video. Stay blessed and beautiful. I love you.